Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Wherever you are in the world, I hope this finds you well. So, today, we're going to talk about the Caspa chart. And not only the Caspa chart, but also the Bitcoin chart. And more specifically, the Bitcoin chart from 2010 and 2011. The other day, I saw somebody draw a trend line on Caspa to show a possible bear case for Caspa. And I don't use trend lines much, so I don't draw them too often. However, when this person drew this trend line like this to show that it was bearish and that it would probably come up here and hit this and go down, knowing that trend lines, you can kind of draw them any which way you want to support any narrative. I went to draw my own trend line. And what's interesting is that the channel indicator, you can see right here, you do it like this. This guy, you'll find it over here if you don't use TradingView. I drew this trend line or channel to fit Caspa, which fit very well. You have 3 touches here on the top. You have 1, 2, 3 touches here on the bottom. Now you also have this cup and handle here still playing out. You have the 20 and 21 week SMA EMA holding as support. Anytime it goes below is a very, very strong time to buy it if you get it. And if anyone follows me on Twitter, I was watching this, and as soon as it retested and got back over, I was buying heavily again. And I bought some down here. I bought much more here when I got that confirmation. So when this came into light just the other day, this channel here, which I actually had not even noticed. And obviously that's why Caspa was bouncing off the bottom. It made me wonder, what did Bitcoin look like in the early years? So, very interesting. Let's get Bitcoin here. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. So here's the beginning of Bitcoin. Just like Caspa, Bitcoin was fair launched. It's a proof of work. And it's possible Caspa is mimicking the growth, either organically due to maybe Metcalfe's law, or some whales are choosing Caspa as the next best thing here, because what it's doing is picture perfect, more or less, mimicking the early Bitcoin chart from 2010 through 2011 up to this $30 peak. Very interesting, right? So what could explain what we're seeing in the Caspa chart? Well, fundamentally, as a fair launch proof of work, it's pretty similar to Bitcoin in how it launched. It also maintains security via proof of work. And in 1 year, a full halving occurs. Not all at once, but chips away at it every month. So as you can see here, the mining rewards are just decreasing. We had a program decrease actually within the last 7 days. And so what this does is that because the monthly rewards are decreasing, or the rewards are decreasing every month, hypothetically, if you had a constant, as a miner, energy cost, electricity cost for running the mining equipment, and hypothetically, if the price stayed the same, flat, each month, your profit margin would decrease as the rewards decrease. Same as every 4 years, Bitcoin, the miners become less profitable if the price was the same on that day. All of a sudden, miners are less profitable. So this happens on Kaspa every month, once a month. And in a year's time, it's the equivalent of a halving. And so this rapid release schedule means that all the coins will be in circulation by 2037. That's when the training wheels come off for Kaspa versus Bitcoin, which is, I don't know what, 2140 or something. It's out there, way beyond our lifetimes, unless you figure out how to live forever. So in our lifetimes, many of our lifetimes, Kaspa will be fully diluted. All the coins will be in circulation, and the network, ideally, and this is the idea, it says a lot about Jonathan Sampolinsky and the core devs that have confidence in the network, that it will be able to support the network from fees. So all the miners will receive fees from the network. So it says a lot about the confidence they have to do this rapid release schedule. They know they created something good. I think anyone who's looked deeply into it agrees that the fundamentals are there. They're strong. Being a proof of work, 1 block per second. For many of you listening, I'm sure you know all this, but I don't know who's going to find this video, so I'll say it. So when we come back and we look at Kaspa, why is it that Bitcoin could be, well, why is it that Kaspa could be mimicking this early Bitcoin chart? Like I said, I think it's because this rapid release schedule plus the strong fundamentals just are primed for organic growth and adoption, and maybe this Metcalfe's adoption growth that Bitcoin had. It's possible that Kaspa is having the same thing. We're seeing, this is the beginning of Bitcoin here. You can see 2010. This is the earliest data that's available on TradingView. Barely there. You can see Kaspa has some of this, comes up, comes into this channel. Same for Bitcoin, comes up into this channel, right? And then it had this launch up 6x or so from the bottom where it bounced off the 20 and 21 week SMA, 6x, ultimately 55x where it peaked, and then it saw maybe an extended, let's see how extended it was. Extended bear market. So that's interesting, right? Peaked here, came down, and saw a 92%, 93% decline, something like that, down below the bull market support band, clearly in a bear market, big drawdown. And then you're up, you're back, and you're going. And then it took how long? It took really, it really took 626 days or so to get back above the previous all-time high. So you were in a bear market for not quite 2 years, but almost. Well, if you got down here, you were in a bull market, right? You were in a bull market if you sold and got back in here at like half a year. So really you only had a half a year of a bear market if you took profit. So what would that equate to on Kaspa? Let's look at Kaspa here. We come up here, say we did just as right here we had a 55x. What if we had a 55x here, and we came up and we got to $1.68? What if we got to a little over $1.50 and then we had a 93% pullback? Where would that put us? Look at this. We'd still be above where we are now. We'd still be at 10 cents. So these prices are kind of a steal. So I think a lot of people are going to be sleeping on Caspa. And it's really interesting. I mean, we could come in here real quick and we could overlay this fractal pattern, huh? Let's see what happens here. Let's just do this. Let's see if I can do this. If I can draw from down. No, let's copy it. Okay, we come back here. Look at this. We come down to about 10 cents. Right? 10, 12 cents. So if you like the content, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Take care.